OpenAI just released a study covering how 700 million people use ChatGPT, one of the largest behavioral datasets ever assembled on human-AI interaction. The industry's reflexive response is predictable. Scrape the patterns, feed them back, train harder. But that instinct may be the single most expensive mistake in AI development right now. More data treats the wrong symptom entirely. When you study actual usage patterns, not benchmark scores, but real human sessions, the complaints aren't about knowledge gaps. Nobody is churning because the model didn't know an obscure fact. They're leaving because the model lost the thread halfway through a complex task, or because it confidently delivered a wrong answer wrapped in fluent, authoritative prose. That's a fundamentally different problem than intelligence. Current large language models are architecturally biased toward response generation. There is no native low-confidence mode, no built-in mechanism that triggers a pause when the model approaches the edge of its reliable knowledge. You can prompt a model to express uncertainty, but that's theatrical. The underlying generation process doesn't actually reflect calibrated doubt. It's confidence cosplay, not genuine epistemic honesty. Confidence calibration, honest retrieval fallback, and structured refusal for out-of-distribution tasks are not abstract research ideas. They are concrete engineering challenges with known solution pathways. The field of probabilistic machine learning has studied calibration for decades. The gap isn't knowledge, it's prioritization. The industry is running a 100-meter sprint on raw capability while barely jogging toward reliability, and that imbalance will define which products survive. Production AI systems reveal a hard truth that benchmarks hide. User churn almost never happens because the model was too limited. It happens because the model sounded authoritative, the user acted on that authority, and the output was wrong. One bad burn creates a trust deficit that no subsequent correct answer can easily repair. In consumer psychology, confidence without accuracy is more damaging than open admission of ignorance. The model that says, "I don't know," at the right moment is worth more than the model that always has an answer. The 700 million user dataset from OpenAI is genuinely valuable, but the researchers are likely asking the wrong question. Knowing what people ask tells you about demand. Knowing where the model failed silently, where the user got a bad answer, didn't recognize it, and simply never returned, tells you about the real failure modes baked into the system. Session abandonment after confident, incorrect responses is the signal that matters most, and it's probably sitting uncollected in the logs right now. The competitive narrative in AI has been framed almost entirely around scale. More parameters, larger context windows, bigger training runs. But the model that dominates the next 3 years will likely win on a completely different axis: the discipline to stop generating when generation becomes harmful. Restraint is not a limitation to engineer around. It is the feature that converts a powerful tool into a trusted one. And trusted tools get embedded into workflows, organizations, and decisions in ways that merely impressive tools never do. The most important shift in AI product development isn't a new architecture or a larger dataset. It's a change in the research question being asked. Stop optimizing for what users request and start forensically analyzing where the model silently deceived them. Build uncertainty into the foundation, not as a bolted-on disclaimer layer, but as a core output signal. The teams that make this shift first won't just build better AI. They'll build the only kind that earns long-term adoption at scale.